Yeah.
I wanted you all to meet Jen. Jen is the person who started She's Local, and I'm going to let her take over and tell you guys about how she started it and how it's grown over the last 8 years. So, Jen, tell us about how you got started.
Yeah, I'm excited to share that. Thank you. So I, about 8 years ago, got laid off from a job that I thought I was going to retire in. It was a real kick in the gut. It made me rethink a lot of things, gave me a lot more time to be with my family. So I was grateful for that. And I took the time to really think about what I wanted to do next. In the job that I had, I was an executive, had worked my way up to a leadership position, and I knew that I wanted to continue to do something to impact the lives of women and girls. And so I spent the summer with my kids. We did everything free that we possibly could, really tightening our budgets, tightening our belts, to make sure that we could provide for the family. And just, took the time to think about what was next. The kids went back to school after the summer ended, and I was given a ticket by a dear friend of mine to a very large conference here in Massachusetts. I live in Massachusetts. I don't know if your crew knows that, but that's where we started this crazy journey. So I went to this conference. It was huge, like 11,000 people, really big conference for women, and huge name speakers up on the stage, globally recognized women and men who were sharing, inspiring stories. And at one point with these 11,000, and I'm pretty shy, so 11,000 people is overwhelming for me. Maybe I saw 5 people over the course of the entire day that I knew fairly well, from different communities that I had worked in before. And I felt like I was in this sea of people. And I wasn't really making connections with people, because my personality is shy, so I don't like to network. I just like to be in service, and I'll talk to people on the way to the bathroom, but I don't approach people in like a salesy way. I dislike that. So anyway, being shy, overwhelmed, I went into this breakout, and a breakout session, where you see people up on the stage, and they're recognized people, and sometimes you get to ask questions. So I was in this breakout session, 2 women up on the stage, one of whom was in the small town where I'm living now. And I thought, why did I drive all the way into the big city, pay $35 parking? The tickets to these events are like $250, $300. And at the stage where I was not going to afford that for myself, because I had just lost my job, but yet I really needed the connection and support from women in the community. Not that it was really an impersonal experience for me in this large scale place. And here's this woman from my community that I had never had an opportunity to hear from before, because there really was no platform for her to speak and share her journey, and share her knowledge and her experience. So I turned to my girlfriend, and I said, why can't we create something affordable for local women in our community? I had been working in that community for 15 years. Let's just call up some of our friends and say that we'll start a conference where only local, relatable women will be highlighted, and we'll just that area to make a much stronger community of support where, you can call people on the phone that you see at the conference. It's not these global superstars. It's superstars in your own community that have something to share, that are living relatable lives, similar lives to you, and that you can go out for coffee and, hey, I heard you say this. Can you explain it a little bit more, or ask follow-ups? Approachable women. So we did. The first year we had over 450 people in attendance. We were begging people to come and be speakers. Like, just come and share. Sometimes you just need to tap people on the shoulder and say, hey, you have a story, whether they're experts in presenting that story or not. It just doesn't matter. You just need to be in front of them, and they'll share something that you'll take nuggets of that information and you can apply it to your life right away. And that was really the purpose of the conference. So first year successful. Second year we said we should probably do this again. So it was the second year where we once again sold out. Now we got smarter with our spacing and sold out at 650 people. And we had like 100 on a wait list, and we just knew we had touched on something really special, because people were coming from all over New England to this small community in Massachusetts that is outside of Boston and outside of Worcester. It's like a swath of cities and towns that kind of don't really have their own label to them. They just are like the Metro West region is what we call it, of Massachusetts. So as people were coming from all these different communities for an affordable opportunity to come together as women, $52 to attend the conference. It's always been that, 8 years in. We just had our 8th year in the first conference that we ever made. And it was once again sold out, which we're grateful for. So in that second year, as people were coming up to us and saying, hey, I want to create something like this in my own community, can you help us? We thought we would create this umbrella nonprofit that now powers these local communities of women to create something really impactful in their own community. So we replicated Metro West in a portion of Massachusetts called the South Shore. That sold out. We then replicated in Merrimack Valley, Pioneer Valley. We've got 6 conferences throughout Massachusetts. All of them sell out every year. And someone in Kansas City called somebody in the South Shore, and this is sort of how our model was replicated from community to community, called up and said, hey, this makes sense for the women in my area. Can you help us to build something? And the model is the same. We just tailor it for each local community. Which is really cool, because then it's customized to the needs of the women within that particular area. So the Kansas City Conference for Women highlights Kansas City women, all women, diverse backgrounds, diverse ages, diverse experiences, diverse industries. It also brings together local women, local businesses in a way that we are strengthening that community of support for all women at an affordable level, which is unheard of for a full day conference. So the model works every time we build it. We're sort of waiting for Kansas City to come and embrace us and join us at the conference. Really appreciate the board that has made this happen, because without the local women within each community putting in their time and effort to make that happen, like Yuzu, it doesn't work. So we have a great board. I hope people will go to our website, sheslocal.org, and click on the Kansas City pages and look through and see who are the dedicated employers that are supporting us, the dedicated exhibitors, and the women who are sharing their knowledge and time with us, whether they're panelists, keynotes. We've got a great Goddess Award winner this year.
I think Missy Smith is actually on right now.
Oh, get out!
Yeah.
Hi, Missy.
Okay, so
maybe
this is awesome. You've built something awesome. But
and
like,
we
I work in a
built
warehouse. Yeah.
awesome.
All right. I work in a warehouse. Like, I don't have a professional job. I'm always sweaty and dirty,
Yeah.
and I don't do a whole lot. So why should I go to this?
Yeah.
What would I get out of this?
It's a great point, because what is so unique about the experience is that everyone gets something out of it. Everybody comes knowing that they have value. And I think that's really different from other experiences. And we need all different levels and all different kinds of programming. But our experience is for anyone that wants to make a connection, anyone that wants to move along whatever path they have chosen for themselves. And what's really cool is, all the way from the name tag that you get at the conference just has your name, and it only has your name. So it's not listing any titles. It's not listing any businesses. You don't have to be from any business. You don't have to be working outside of the home at all. Just knowing that all of the women there are experiencing life in the same way that you are. And that's what makes it such a warm and personal experience that you won't know if you are sitting next to somebody that is a CEO of a company, or somebody that is a stay-at-home mom that's working in the house, or someone that just needs to find some connection within the local community, to feel as though they are less alone.
That's awesome. I didn't actually know that part, so that's pretty cool. So my name tag doesn't have to say anything dumb.
It's just gonna say your name. That's it. But yeah. I think that's the whole, that's the spirit of it. We talk a lot. You're on the board. We've got 8 other women that are dedicating their time from Kansas City and creating this for the women in Kansas City, which is amazing. They are in service of Kansas City. And we talk about being in service of others. And so, it's always, who is it that's making this experience? And it's us that feel as though everyone has value, no matter what you're doing, no matter what path you're on, everyone has value. And by coming and sharing that value, you share the energy in the day. When you walk into the experience, you're already going to know that you are welcome. You're already going to feel like you need to be there and that we want you to be there. We talk about that before the conference, because what I tell the board of every conference that we host, it is as though you are welcoming people into your home. And you want to make them feel as though they have entered your home and are welcome in your home, and that you want them to be there, and you want them to find the value in the experience that is right for them. And everybody's going to walk in with a different, you're walking in from your space, someone else's. It just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you got there. But once you're there, we're all in this together, which is cool.
Okay, so I used to have a corporate job, and they would send me to stuff like this. And I'm actually, and people watching this are going to be like, no way, but I'm actually pretty shy too. Like, I can't really be, but I am. Like, inside I am.
Yep.
So I was always really anxious about going to stuff. Yep. And I would wonder, like, what should I wear? How will like you said, how will I be received? Where will I sit? Like, just little things that made me anxious, that made me, I had to go, but I wasn't really looking forward to going.
Yeah.
And usually I had fun once I was there. But so what to expect going to this?
Yeah. And that's a great point. Two things. How you show up to the conference is up to you. So, I already mentioned that I'm pretty shy. When I'm talking about something that I believe in so strongly, like this, I look maybe less shy. I hope less shy. I don't know. But when you come, showing up in a way that is open to the experience is really important. So it is all of us making sure that you feel welcome, but it's also you walking in just open to what's possible, open to the possibility. So I'll start there. But some of the logistics are super easy. So there's no hard ticket that you get when you sign up, when you register for the $52. Your name is on a list. We'll have people that are at the hotel welcoming you in and directing you to the registration table. At the registration table, you give your name, they find you on the list, and you can also, you know, even that is a little nerve-wracking, or at least it is for me. Like, oh my God, who do I give my name to? Am I saying my name right? Like, it's weird, you know, you start thinking like,
no, I have that problem. When I say my name, there's always more to the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we also lay out the name tags, knowing this because, you know, I know I would feel nervous and anxious about it. Knowing this, we lay out the name tag so you can actually find your own name tag and even just, hey, that's me. Thank you very much. And then they welcome you with a swag bag and point you in the direction of where the first session is going to be, where the first talk is going to be. So knowing that everybody's in the same boat, not everybody knows anybody at all. You know, I've only met the board of directors, I think twice, some of them only once. So it'll be a first time experience. Now, for people who love to laugh and kind of want to break bread before they get there, that's the purpose of the Wednesday night comedy event. So we do a comedy kickoff, one, because laughter is good for the soul. So we've got Andrea that's doing a great comedy routine for us. She's a leader within Kansas City. And that's an opportunity to meet our panelists, our speakers, our board members. And as you're breaking bread with folks and maybe having a glass of wine or, you know, having a beer, whatever it is, water too, that's an opportunity to at least recognize people that are going to be there the next day. And for sure, because it's smaller at the comedy kickoff, there will be more of an opportunity to interact that way. So that's going to be a great opportunity that you're laughing, you're having a great time on Wednesday night, no pressure at all. It's just a fun night just to meet people or just to laugh. You wake up and head to the registration the next day and you already know 50 people. You already recognize somebody. You already have something in your pocket to pull out and say, hey, I saw you last night. Oh, how was that joke? That was pretty funny when Andrea said this. So, you know, that's a good strategy.
So if you're coming at it from here, guys, you know me. And you also know Kellen and you know Esther and some of you know Susan.
Yeah.
So if you're nervous about not knowing anyone and you're coming to the event through Zoos, you know us.
Yes.
So you can find us. You can even take my name tag if you want and you can be Zoo for the day. That would be awesome. I'll take yours. And anyway, you don't have to be anxious about not knowing anyone because you know us.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, well, I don't know if I should say this, but I never wear a name tag because I just don't want people to know who I am. But if you see me, I'll look exactly the same as I do now. I washed my hair and blow dried it for this event, so you'll see me the same there. I'll be wearing purple. Now, you asked what you should wear. Wear something comfortable. This is not when you wear a suit, you wear heels. No, you don't have to do that at all. If you want to do that, go for it. Whatever you're comfortable wearing, please wear it. And I mean, I've had people coming in like lounge wear. It doesn't matter. Get there. That's the important part. It really doesn't matter. Do try to wear something purple. Purple is our brand color for the Kansas City Conference for Women. And when everyone wears purple, you're automatically connected. You don't have to, but it's really fun, especially for our images, the photographs that we take for the day. Those are really fun to be able to, you know, and again, for somebody that's anxious or nervous or a little bit shy like me, the easiest thing to say is, I like your purple.
There's something you don't know about us.
What's that?
There's something you don't know about us.
Uh-oh.
So there are really kind of 3 college teams that people like here.
Oh no.
Yeah. So there's KU, which is probably the most popular one.
Okay.
And then there's K-State, and K-State's colors are purple and white. So if you like KU, you would never wear purple. The third one's Mizzou, and that's a little farther. That's where I went, and nobody really cares about Mizzou except a few people.
You know what we're not talking about at the conference? Politics and sports. So
it's okay to wear purple?
It's okay to wear purple. Nobody's going to tell you you're a fan of one sport or another. Don't worry.
All right. Okay, guys. So don't worry about the purple.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Purple is the color of power for women. So it's no accident that we've chosen purple as our brand color. So every conference, if you see any of our conference photographs, you see a lot of people wearing purple, and it just connects women in a fun way, in a lighthearted way, in a way that if people need to feel connected easily, that's the best way to do it, for sure. I know the board has been searching through Amazon for things that are purple. I have a few things that I wear to every conference that's purple. Not my favorite color, but you know, I'll do it for the power of women.
My daughter just transferred to a school who's purple, so I'm starting to accumulate a little purple.
You can wear it then. Yeah. You know, that's a good point, because I do have people that bring their moms, bring their daughters, bring their sisters, definitely, obviously, their friends. It's a great way to connect with people. Where are you going to sit? Are you going to be able to sit with your friends? So we do have general seating, but we have enough space. You know, again, we try to keep it real personal. So we make enough space so that everybody can take seats for multiple people and kind of sit together. So that's an easy way to you know, bring together a group and be able to sit together. Talk about seating. So the first general session, that's where we have our first keynote of the day. Steph Shannon's our first keynote. That is large round tables of 10. You know, maybe I'm getting into the nitty gritty, but it's kind of nice to visualize.
Put a picture it. Yeah.
So tables of 10, you come in and you select your seat. We will have breakfast as a buffet out in the exhibitor space. We've got some great exhibitor tables. So if people are interested in that, I want to say we've got 4 or 5 tables left. And so, you know, having breakfast with the exhibitors and then coming into that, that general space and grabbing your seat and just listening, saying hello to the people that are next to you, or not, you know, again, people that are shy, it's not required. It's just, if you want to do it, people are typically really warm and friendly and just curious. Come with that sense of curiosity. You know, what are they doing here? How did they hear about it? You'll get an email before the conference that will just list some things to remember, you know, options for parking, you know, things that you can ask other people to kind of break the ice, and then what to expect too. Your program, you'll also get that prior to the conference, so you can
Sorry.
What's that?
I'm on my porch and now there's noise. Sorry.
No.
The conference, guys. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Jen, but let me tell them it's at the DoubleTree, which is right on College, over by 69. So it's easy to get to. The parking's really easy, and most of you probably know where it is. It's just up the street from the Overland Park Convention Center. So if you guys are wondering where it's at, it's not downtown. It's not like a big hassle to get there. It's easy. Sorry to interrupt you, but
that was on purpose too, to make sure that it was complimentary parking. We don't want anybody charged for parking, and that it was easy to access it. It's also lovely inside You know, it's a really welcoming, lovely space. There's a beautiful little courtyard. They've been extremely helpful in making sure that that we get everything that we need. So I'm excited about that property. I'm excited about the whole thing. First time in Kansas City. I'm so thrilled that we're able to serve women in the community in this way. Please, if you know people, please share it. Please tell other people that they will really find this as a valuable experience, and they don't have to come for the whole day. You know, it's $52, so it's very affordable, which just means if you have to miss something in the beginning or at the end of the day, just come for as much as you can, because it is as valuable as the time that you give it.
Can you tell us a little bit about maybe some of the panels? Like what can I learn? Like who can I connect with? What are they going to tell me about?
Yeah, so every conference has 5 topic tracks. They're personal prosperity, professional success, leadership and entrepreneurship, health and well-being, and family. So very broad topics. And we went out into the Kansas City community over, gosh, I want to say 3 different open meetings where we hosted in libraries opportunities for women to come and share the topics that were meaningful for them. So we took those topics that we collected, plus the panelists that are all Kansas City women that applied. We had over 60 applications. We were able to select 30 women from the community and provide them that platform to share their journey. And they are a wide variety of backgrounds. So, you know, we have physicians, we've got counselors that, you know, are talking about health. We've got financial experts, we've got coaches, we've got really inspiring women that are all women that some have spoken before and majority have never spoken before. So it's a real opportunity to find relatable women, diverse women from all different backgrounds, different races, different ethnicities. You know, we were talking earlier, it is a real testament to the community outreach that the board has done to be able to find people that are representative of the local community. So you'll see all colors, all backgrounds, which is really exciting. Very, very diverse group of panelists. Head to the website though for all of the panel titles, their descriptions, and the 3 key takeaways. That's a really important point that we challenge our panelists that when you are a panelist working, the panel is 3 experts that are together sharing on a particular topic. So they're not all in agreement, those 3 women. They are just sharing facets of that particular topic, and then you get to decide what, you know, what aligns with the you know, your values and your decision in your life, what you're doing right now. So those 3 women are, again, Kansas City women, and they are sharing at least 3 key takeaways that you can incorporate into your life right now. And so they're challenged to make it relatable, make it something of value, and make it impactful so that you can walk out of there feeling as though, all right, I can take this and apply it right now, which is cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're going to go, like, you're going to meet 30 panelists. You're going to meet, I mean, you guys already know the keynote speaker and the person who's getting the Goddess Award. Like, how cool is it that 2 of them came from our group? I think that's really awesome. Cool. And then you'll also get to meet each other. Like, really, as a middle-aged, almost senior citizen woman now, I can't believe I'm saying that. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wait, because I'm older than you. Stop saying that.
So you guys know, Jen and I went to high school together. She is older than I am, and we are the whitest Hispanic people you will ever see in your whole life.
Hell yeah.
Nobody ever believes me, but yeah.
No.
So Yeah. But yeah, so when my kids were younger, all my friends were other kids, moms or
Yeah.
parents. And now that my kids have gotten older, like once they get to high school, you interact a lot less. And then two of my kids have left, and I'm like, where do I meet people? Like, how do I make friends? And for me, and I posted about this on my personal page today, like I'm really in a point of who am I? And I know who I was. And I have a therapist, and she's like, "What do you like to do?" And I'm like, "I used to like to do whatever." And she's like, "Do you still like that?" I'm like, "I have no idea." Like, I'll sit down to do whatever it is, and I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
maybe not."
Yeah.
So I spent
Well,
so much time doing what my kids were doing.
right. Right.
And,
Exactly. So it's definitely an opportunity to hear from so many women that are living, close by, and sort of reset and
Mhm.
re analyze, reset, and take everybody's input, and you eliminate some, you adopt others, you take it in. um that's a great opportunity to listen to hundreds of women over the course of the day, to easily make a new decision about your life. I mean, it's life changing most of the time. Yeah, that's a good point, because wherever you are along that path, listening to someone else and being open to what it is that they have to share could really change the trajectory of your life, for sure.
Absolutely. Um, and I know sometimes like Missy, a horrible thing happened to her and her family. Anna, who you guys will hear, she went through some stuff. And the fact that these women, I mean, it could almost seem hopeless in the moment. I'm sure it did for them for so long. And they've taken what happened and they've made it into just such an impactful, life-changing thing for them and for others. And so it kind of gives you hope, like, man, I don't really feel great about where I'm at, or can I change? How do I do that? And to hear the stories of other people who have done it,
Yeah.
for me, it like really lights a spark. Like, okay, I'm not faced with such a life-changing traumatic thing. My kids went to college, big deal, but it's
it,
hard, and
it's
I do
yeah,
have to
right.
reinvent. And we all have different places in our life where we have to do that. And I think, especially listening to other women, relatable women who live across the street who did it, not someone you see on TV or someone who's making millions on social media, but actual people
Yeah.
who've taken life's curveballs
Yeah.
and done what they can with them. I find that really
Yeah.
empowering.
Yeah. I do as well. The we talk about the emotions of the day, and we purposefully set the day so that you go through this kind of emotional roller coaster. I mean, it's not quite so severe, but you definitely will enter the experience, as long, reminder here, enter with open to whatever the day is going to hold for you. That's your responsibility to enter with that mindset. I am ready for this. I am open to this. And preparing yourself in that way. Whatever comes at you will come at you, and it will be valuable. Um, so the entry of the day is, oh wow, there's a lot of people. It's intimate, but still, it's a crowd. So you enter the crowd, you feel people are smiling, people are hugging, you feel welcome. You get your swag bag, you head over to see all the exhibitors, you get some food, get your coffee, and then you're really ready. And then you enter that main room where all of us are going to be seated. We're going to be listening to the speaker in the morning, again, Steph Shannon. So Steph is really setting the stage for the day. Good energy, high energy, excitement about the state of where we are, that we are all together. what are some of the things that Steph has done in her life? Some things that she had goals for that she didn't achieve, some things that she had goals for and she did achieve, and you know, relatable things that, again, you'll see and experience and you'll say, oh, you know, that sounds familiar, or you know, that's not me, but I could see how that's impactful, and you sort of take what you take from that. And then you walk into the breakout sessions. So the breakout sessions are real intimate spaces. Again, 3 women sharing their life journey on different topics, relevant topics. And then you start bringing in all the filters, right? You're like, well, oh my gosh, that's something I need to tell my mom. Oh, I am definitely going to tell my daughter that, or wow, my sister should have heard that. And you begin to forget that you're there for yourself, right? And that's, you know, that's really the time where you've got to block out all the other people that need stuff from you and just really connect with how this is going to help you. That's a really critical thing within those first couple of breakout sessions. So we have 5 breakout sessions in the morning, and you get to choose 2 out of the 5. So that's why we give the program early on, so people can just take a look at what they might want to go to. And then following those 2 breakouts, we then come back to the general session. And that's where Anna gets up, as well as Missy. So you've gone through the day and you're like, yeah, I can do this. Oh, we got a lot of people here. You get into the breakout and you're like, holy patootie, this, I don't know if I can curse on here, but holy cow, this is a lot. I got a lot of work I got to do. And then you get into that general session again in the afternoon. And you're like, you know, if Missy can do it, and if Anna can do it, and this is their journey, and all of these women are in this room with me here together, and they're all from my community, then I can do it too. And that just hits you like a ton of bricks. It fills your heart, and you're like, you know what? Whatever happens for the rest of the day is not even going to matter, because I know I'm not alone. I know that whatever I step into next, whoever comes at me next, whoever I need to talk to next, it is all because I am with this group of women within my own community who are living similar lives. We're all learning together. I'm just going to take from the day what works for me, and I'm going to pocket the rest of the information, and I'll come to it whenever I need it. But I know that the resources that I gained at the Kansas City Conference for Women are going to take me forward.
Uh-oh. Still there?
Yep.
I think we're still there. Yeah, okay. And so you're going to take this with you, and you're going to make friends. Like, you're going to take some of these people with you. Like, you're going to be able to, like, form relationships with them. So I think the conference Jen talked about in the beginning, when it's like huge and it's massive, that is intimidating. And I'm not sure how many new friends you took from there, but in a small group where you've had all day to interact with these people, like, you will make friends. You will have people that the next day you might be like, that was awesome. Let's have coffee. Let's talk about that one breakout session we went to and how it applies to us. And like, I really think that's awesome how you can take it with you. It's not like you go see Tony Robbins and he fires you up and then you never see him again.
Right.
Like,
and you're not just talking to the people that are next to you. You're talking to the people who are sharing in front of you too, that are on the panel, and go have coffee with them. Everyone there, no matter if they're on a big stage, on a breakout, you know, in a panel, whoever they are ready to talk with you. And that's the key to the conference.
And we're going to have some of them come talk to you guys so that you can kind of hear what they're going to talk about. Because I know it still seems a little vague, like, oh, family or personal growth or whatever, but we're going to bring people on who will tell you what they're going to talk about, how that applies to you, what you can get from it. And I think we're in a really great position where we're actually getting all this information that most people who sign up to go to these things, they don't actually have all this. So
True.
I think it's awesome. I'm really excited about it. And
me too. Thank you.
So if you guys have any questions, Jen and I will keep an eye on the comments. I see that you haven't really been commenting, but a lot of you have come on and watched. So if you have any questions, the link is on there. I actually have had a couple people volunteer to sponsor some women who can't maybe afford the $52. And Zeus Underground is also going to do that. So message me if you'd like to come, but you need a little help with the ticket. I mean, that's what we're here for, and lots of people want to join in on that, and so it would be great to have you. We also understand you probably have to take a day off of work, so it's not just the $52. So if we can help with that, we'd like to. But any questions, comment below. We're going to keep an eye on the comments. I did post a link. Buy your ticket if you're ready to like come hang out with us.
Yeah.
I'm excited. There are a bunch of people already from the group coming. So I think it's going to be a good party day.
Definitely. Impactful party day. Can't wait.
All right, Jen, thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
And everyone else, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.